Hi everyone and welcome back to the August monthly Warno tournament. Today we have Phoenix on the left in blue as the Territorial Commander Sud and Gen Mosquito on the right in red as the 82nd Airborne. We are back on Black Forest. Not the most popular map, but apparently Gen Mosquito, as he messaged me before this game started, was telling me how much he actually loves this map, and he loves it like a raccoon in a dustbin in an alley. Alright then, that's fair enough, Gen Mosquito. Phoenix, as always, available at twitch.tv/PhoenixTV. Link will be down below, as always. Napalm jet out early for Gen Mosquito. He likes to hit that road, but he has lost the jet. However, one of those bombs is landing. I don't know if it's just one or multiple. It looks potentially like a couple dropped. Did it drop its whole payload? Gen Mosquito's also lost his anti-air jet that was there. The Mirage are now out of ammo and will be extracting, I'm sure. Some early aero rifles, heavy hog, and another heavy hog moving in to get to the front line here, but equally aero mobiles at the other side for Phoenix. Phoenix sending a couple of things around the back there. Absolutely nothing going around the back for Gen Mosquito. He's left the back completely open. That's something we've seen in a few games on this map recently. Not many people utilizing that back route. Those Mirages came back in. There's an F4F AA coming in to try and get some of these choppers as well. They're actually staying in even though they're out of missiles to try and use the cannons on those choppers, I think. I think there's one heavy hog down. This is just spinning wildly out of control. Did manage to fire a missile, though. It was one of his anti-air missiles at the actual jet. While spinning out of control, it's still a bit weird that choppers do that. Nice. FOF AA got that. Is taking fire though. Lots more reinforcements coming in here. Gen Mosquito potentially in the better position. It's difficult to say though, because Twitch TV Phoenix has only just arrived. And he seems to be holding here. He's keeping Gen Mosquito at bay. Still all these jets in. Is he... No, it's still there. Thought he might have lost one. Bofors come in now to take out the heavy hog. Some flame troops here and some standard Jäger. Now, honestly, realistically, Gen Mosquito doesn't have a huge amount at the front now. Obviously, there is plenty more coming in, and he is sending some stuff around the back now. Another F4F AA coming in there. And Phoenix has spent quite a bit on anti-air aircraft there. That's 4 jets, I believe, in total. So the 2 Mirages and the 2 F4Fs. Very curious how this is going to pan out. Pioneer Flams are out of Hand Flam Patron. That is a real shame. Obviously gives them a significant advantage in these fights. Phantom 2 AA coming in now, taking a lot of fire from the Bofors though. Will be evacing immediately. Command's in for that back point there. Command is also in there. Obviously Phoenix had that in for a lot longer. Has already got a nice bonus on the points. There's a command coming in for the center as well. Just the one currently. Ongoing skirmish in this central point. Lots of Zishrons coming in. Good choice. Not the most exciting unit, but, you know, they're cheap, they're effective, they're good at killing infantry. Oh, some tanks coming in for Gen Mosquito now. He's bringing in the Sheridans. Gazelle cannon here. There is a Stinger moving up to engage it, and there's a Vulcan at the back here. But interestingly, not a lot of AA down for Gen Mosquito. 2 Gazelle cannons engaging there. Not sure how much damage they do against... I'm just looking, because obviously these infantry are engaging these troops as well. I'm just trying to decide if they're taking much damage from the Gazelle cannons. Stingers are just going for it. Very, very risky rushing those guys up. Oh, this is interesting. Zisharong's being pushed up here. A lot of Zisharong's being pushed up this way. I assume to come around the back. That could be an interesting play as long as you can hold this front bit. My concern is without reinforcements here, Gen Mosquito is going to be able to push into this town because there's nothing actually defending the town at the moment. He's just got these forward troops and this here. There isn't actually any sort of back line. There are the AMX-10s though, which will deter some units, I'm sure. I expect these Jäger are going to be performing that role. Sheridan's chewing along very slowly. Still debating how much damage those Gazelle cannons are doing against infantry in buildings. It doesn't feel like they're doing a lot. It does seem like they're quite slow firing. Let's have a little look at that actually. We can see their rate of fire, can't we? Rate of fire is only 150. It kind of fits. It's certainly not like the auto cannons on some of the ground vehicles. AMXs will be useful in this situation though. Very good tanks. I'm not sure what to make of those Gazelle cannons. That Vulcan's getting ever closer to those Gazelle cannons though. But really, I feel like Mosquito could use a couple... Oh, there we go. There's at least a Stinger coming in and another Stinger at the back. I was going to say he needs some more anti-air. There is another command coming in to go for the central point. I mean, he does have enough of a foothold to put a command in, but he's got to be careful of these tanks and the choppers. Units being brought around this way to get to the front line. All these Zisharong's deployed now. I'm not sure what the plan is with them. They're just kind of sat at the moment. Command is being brought in for this point. Currently +1 to General Mosquito. Will potentially stay as +1 because there'll be a command from each player in here, but obviously +1 is going to take a long time to tick up and win a game. I think a big factor in this is going to be whether General Mosquito can push into this point, or equally if Phoenix can push into this point, as it may force the other party to surrender. And by push in, I mean take completely rather than just hold the edge of. $31 to go in this game. It's always a bit of a slog on this map. It's always a big fight over this area here. Command now in, neutralizing, but it's about to be switching the other way. And going back to +1 for General Mosquito. I don't think that Phoenix's command capped the entire point to make it neutralize, even for a second there, before General Mosquito's command was in as well. I thought he's moved it out. So now it should neutralize. Yeah, there we go. Neutralized. I don't think he meant to move that out. I think that's just mispositioning. Awesome. An Abrams coming in now. Another Sheridan. He's building up quite a force of tanks, actually, which sort of surprises me. Well, Sheridan's just sat at the back here. He is winning this fight here, I think, General Mosquito. HE bombers coming in. Going in against these buildings. Very nice strikes. Wow. 3 bombers in total. 4 bombers. Is that a full set of... It was. Full set of 4 bombers. Phoenix has gone heavy aircraft in this game. How effective was that? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. These squads are kind of survived with minimal damage. I think Phoenix is going to lose this forest at the moment. Unless General Mosquito doesn't push. The Sisharungs are on the move now, though. But I'm not sure what the plan is with them. I assume a long trek around the back. I mean, they're just... I don't know if they're sat there for defensive reasons at the moment. I'm not sure what Phoenix's plan is with them. I suppose you could swing them around potentially into the back at this point. But they're not going to kill this Humvee. Well, would they damage it? They might damage it with their rifles. You're better off with a launcher of some description, obviously. A jet loss for Phoenix there. Is that the first jet he's lost this game? Very possibly. He did a fantastic job with them early game. A couple of more just providing a little bit of harassment there. If anything, he's actually held off General Mosquito because General Mosquito's holding him back. I mean, he's +1 currently in General Mosquito. Still to the advantage of Phoenix in terms of points. More stingers coming in. Phantom being used to take out a chopper there. Not a lot of AA on Phoenix's side either. It's mostly these Bofors at the front, which will do a lot of damage. Oh, and there come the Mirages. I was going to say, that's the other thing that he's got, is plenty of aircraft still. Got a few hits. It's damaged, but it will get out alive. Units down here moving around for Phoenix as well. Again, not sure what the plan is. He could potentially come up this way or round the back. Zisharungs are pretty cheap, so they're the kind of unit you can just put anywhere for defensive reasons, so that there's no reason not to use them as defense. There's just an awful lot of them clustered up there. It's hard to say what his plan is with them. HE bombers coming in again for another run. They're rearming nice and quickly. Look at that. I mean, it's very nice to watch, isn't it? Let's be honest. And did they all get out again? Yes, they did. Mirage fighter coming in there. I assume that was in case anything came out to attack those bombers. Again, I'm not sure how much damage the bombers actually did. I think they are, along with the mortars, preventing General Mosquito pushing forward, perhaps. He certainly doesn't seem keen to push. HE bomber coming in again. I don't know if that's it. Oh, it got killed. There's an Avenger there now and multiple Stingers. So he has finally got a kill on one of those bombers. General Mosquito will be pleased about that, I'm sure. Artillery pieces in there. I don't know if it was mortars, but it is artillery pieces for General Mosquito now to try and counter battery those mortars. Oh, that was a supply chopper being taken out. I assume it was heading to rearm or repair the Jäger. Attack beacon from Phoenix on those artillery pieces. Curious to see what he will attack them with. I don't know if he'll bring his own artillery or attempt to hit them with the mortars. They might be out of range of the mortars, though. General Mosquito is on the move here, finally. He has pushed up. He's getting close to this edge. General Mosquito still trying to kill that mortar. He really wants that mortar dead. M48's coming in here. Nice close range. Very good tanks for anti-infantry because of how cheap they are. Let's remind ourselves. 75 points. Again, good tanks. Can take out heavy armor. Just got to be close. They still have that kinetic energy weapon. More Sheridans coming in. Another Sheridan coming in. How are the Sheridans doing here? There's one still alive in the middle. There's an Abrams up there. I do think that General Mosquito has lost a couple. Oh, here's a bomber in. Oh, and instantly killed. There is plenty of air defense here now. bombers won't be faring quite as well as they were before. Oh, there's a lot of bits of jet falling down there. That's quite interesting to see, actually. They don't leave anything on the ground, but it's quite interesting to see it fall out of the sky. Phoenix is holding here, though. I thought that Gen Mosquito was going to push right through to the edge of that forest, but, you know, can't fault Phoenix. He is holding. Surprised at this point, actually, that General Mosquito hasn't opted to just try and artillery that part of the forest. Because obviously we are in the patch where artillery has been improved. Now, I would assume it would do some damage to these guys. But I'm not 100%. The Shurungs are on the move. He is moving up slowly. And there are some units, reserve pioneers, moving around the back here, along with some Jägers. Down here, these guys aren't moving very much. Just slowly getting further forward. The big fight's still happening here. And I feel like Phoenix is doing a lot with very little here. He's surviving with these Jäger squads against what is, to some extent, General Mosquito's entire army. He's pushing up the AMX-10s now. Phoenix doing a really good job of moving tanks in and out, doing a bit of damage, pulling back. Oh, Sheridan's coming in from this side now. Firing their very poor quality missiles. Will they get a hit? I think they actually... Oh, wow, they actually hit. I am genuinely surprised the Shelyag missiles hit. Here's some artillery fire now. Oh, and it's like he heard me. There it goes, the artillery now being utilized to hit that front line. I should stress, I haven't watched this game in advance. It was just sort of an assumption that went through my head. You know, is that the next tactic he might use? And there we go. He has indeed hit that front line. He might have done it earlier and I just didn't notice. I only really spotted that he had the artillery in when he went for the mortars. But it's certainly forcing Phoenix to rethink. He is pulling his forces back to a defensive line in the town, I think. General Mosquito being a bit more aggressive here. 22 minutes left to go in this game. Again, the majority of General Mosquito's forces all focused on pushing this line here. Quite a bit sat here in defense as well, though. Phoenix a little bit more spread out. Phoenix with all those artillery pieces in now, though. So he did bring in the artillery to counter battery, potentially. But he's using them on the front line, which is a good shout. He's doing exactly the same that General Mosquito was. Hitting the front line, trying to stop that advance. Currently still +1 to General Mosquito. He's now 460. It is, as I say, always a slow game. A bit of a slog on this because both of those front points are only worth 1 point. So it just drags out that battle for a long time. Beaufort's getting some good shots off against that Apache. May kill it. Waiting to see if this Apache goes down. Shelyag missiles off again. Did miss because it got out of... Oh, no, the Apache is out of there. Aeromobile's been brought into the front lines. Looks like out of range of any anti... Oh no, there's the Stingers firing. Now, the thing about Stingers, obviously, is that they have a blast radius, so they do damage choppers when they're next to each other, so you can see there's a bit of damage to both of those choppers, though he will get them down, I believe, and drop off those troops. It's good. It's getting them in quickly to be defensive. Oh, I thought you'd forgotten about those for a second. I think he has. This is the thing, sometimes you call stuff in and you forget that you've called it in, then while you're busy faffing around with something else. Counter battery fire going in now against these artillery pieces. General Mosquito hasn't moved them. General Mosquito firing at these here. More aeromobiles coming in. This is fast response infantry to get into a defensive position in this town. There's a very good shout from Phoenix. He is still moving up all these forces here, heading towards this back point perhaps. Oh, I think that was a surrender from Phoenix. Really, look at how tight the kills and losses are in that game. That's almost as tight as it comes. 185 in it. That's like a unit or 2 units. Commiserations, Phoenix. You were doing a fantastic job at holding Gen Mosquito at bay with a much smaller force almost, in the sense of what was actually in those trees for such a long time. Congratulations, Gen Mosquito. I know you love that map for some bizarre reason. Whatever floats your boat. But thanks for watching, everyone. Let's have a look at the kills and losses. Military police did an alright job. Airborne were doing well. Nothing really stand out on the other side, though. But it feels like... I don't know. It felt like a short game, but it was actually sort of mid-length. But there weren't a lot of kills. It was all about that little combat on the front line. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. We'll be doing more Warno during the week. And hopefully we might get a dev blog since we're heading towards the end of the month now. Hope you all have a great week.